What's up? How's it going? We are back in Seaopolis, and I've gotten myself, this is my smeltery from upstairs, right up there. It's empty. Kind of sort of configured. Whoopsie. It's fine. Let's just fix that. Let's just fix that. Boom. Fixed it. All right. Anyways, oh dang. You know what? We're just gonna start that one over. It's fine. It's fine. There we go. Nailed it. All right. But yeah, all things considered, good little stuff. So many great comments in yesterday's episode, which is great. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, back to back episodes. I know, right? But anyways, so for the most part, yeah, I rebuilt the smeltery. I went 3x3. This guy here is tied in directly to our lava pipeline. You can see the lava pile right there. And I set up this one as well, connected in again to a lava pipeline with nothing in it. And this one's going to be our organic blah, blah, blah. So I kind of want to get this automated, but for me to automate this, I can think of a couple of different rudimentary ways to do this, but really it's going to come down to the fact that you really kind of need refined storage to do this properly, because you need to send the right amount of items, and that is a bit of a hurdle, right? In terms of what it is you're doing overall. So yeah, that's a thing. And then here I've just kind of put in the input for all of the organics, right, to go into the casting basin, then down and out and up over into this general system overall right here, which a lot of you were commenting. Absolutely. Compact drawers, compacting drawers, huge benefit. We will definitely be getting there. Have no fear. But as you can see, our crushed netherrack is basically backed up at this point, which is good. I want these to be full, right, at all times. So now that we, as we go through and push through some, general lava or this and that, we have a bit of a buffer back at our hammering stations here to work our way through. So anyways, let's, without further ado, get to work on some storage options. Oh, by the way, I wanted to try this too. I did put a bit of a roof on this section, and I kind of wanted to just have a little bit of fun here. Bam! It all came back, don't worry. But you saw how much it removed, right? That's the power of this energized sponge. It is pretty darn awesome. I do need to put in the walls and such to really get it to, soak up all the water and it stay gone. But I am really excited to get done that building soon enough. And look at that, 200 power. Come on, 200 power. You've got to be kidding me. Anyways, a couple of things though. One of those things is this guy right here. I do want to make a couple of elevators. We can't use them just quite yet because I do want them to be right here and down, right, for us to get up and down quite easily. But we will be using them in the near future, and I just wanted to quickly show that. Over here, I did set up a grout routing station. I know I don't need the hoppers and could have done it more efficiently, but this is just stuff I had lying around on me at the time. So making seared bricks pretty much automatically, which is good in my books. I managed to make just a few more resources here and there as we've been going, and yeah. Anyways, that's not why you're here. You guys are all here to see the magic that is refined storage. All right, so one of the things that we need to automate for this system is, the first step is clay, right? So I did a couple of things. I upgraded to a drawer controller for our input with the drawers, as you can see. Nothing really else changed, but I added clay to the system right there. And this is one of those things that we definitely need to pretty much automate. And what I'm going to do is right here. We've had this empty spot here. Now we have obsidian. Now we lost our dust. because I'm a putz. Oh my lord, it's all the way down at the bottom. I forgot that dust didn't float, like, yeah. And the obsidian, well, you know, we'll just ignore all of that, okay? We'll ignore it all because I said so, all right? All right, anyways, a piece of dust underneath an igneous extruder will generate additional dust for you in your system. The question mark is, well, first of all, apparently I need another bucket of lava. Bloop. I think I'm going to put that upstairs as well. So first things first, you obviously need to place down the dust. Haha, see, we did it. And the igneous extruder, like so. I'm going to remove this piece of obsidian. 5 hours later. No, it doesn't take that long. Could be faster though, not gonna lie. All right, and boom, we get that. And now we are generating dust. Beautiful. This is a little overkill for what we're talking about, the system that we need. But you know what? We can do it. Why not? So anyways, we got the same flopper setup that we had at the other place. And as it fills up with water, it should put in a piece of clay and then a piece of dust. And then over here, we should see this number increase to a piece of clay. 1 piece of clay. That's it. Simple. It's one of the easiest parts of this entire system, but it's an important part to factor in and make sure that we have, you know, functioning properly. The other thing that I'm kind of noticing is my piping is all over the place. It's all over the place. What else is new? Kryllyk piping is a little known thing around here. So yeah, it's a thing. This one is a little questionable. I'm not gonna lie, but we'll ignore it because it's under the sea, right? Other than that, I got to get myself a little bit more slime out of my witch water here, and I'm slowly getting the resources together to get us kicked off with refined storage. So let's jump on over, back on over to our other base here, and let's build at least the first part of refined storage. So I did pull out all of the refined quartz enriched iron, which actually gave me 2 quests. This one, and because I made enough of it at once, it gave us this one as well, which is awesome. And we got ourselves the machine frame. Very nice. Now, I preemptively made silicon with the silicon dust and sand in the induction smelter. It takes a while to craft it, so do keep that in mind that you probably want to start that a little bit earlier than later. And then from here we need our raw processors, which requires iron, or a resource, I believe it's iron, gold, and diamond, redstone, silicon, and this processor binding, which is string and slime. So I got myself some slime. I got myself some string. I think we only need like 8 for now. If we need more than this for now, that might be a little crazy. That might be a little crazy. But I don't think we need more than that for right now. Slime balls. There we go. I got 53 of them. Wow. Look at me go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make, I think, 8 of each. Just to be that crazy person. And we'll just take that and we'll go boom. We got the redstone, we got the silicon, we got the iron. Boom, 8 of them. Boom, 8 of them. And boom, 8 of them. Right? So there's all of our raw processors complete. These guys then basically just get cooked, right? You cook them in any old smelting, as far as I'm aware, including that solar cooker upstairs if you wanted to do that. But right now I'm just going to go like this, raw, gold, and the advanced. We'll take out the charcoal here. Can refill as I go. So yeah, lots of good things. We do not want to cook the charcoal. Thank you very much. You. You. There we go. We fixed our inventory problems. Start chucking stuff everywhere. But anyways, that gives us at least 8 of each processor, which will be really, really helpful to get us into the next step, which will be the controller. So let's start preparing for this. We need that machine casing that we built, quartz enriched iron, and an advanced processor. Well, guess what? We already have all of that. So let's just run over here. Let's grab ourselves some of these resources, like so, and let's make ourselves the controller. Of course, it's going to be on like page 4 million or something, right? Right there. Controller for refined storage. Beautiful. Got that guy done. Excellent. We have received an achievement, refined storage. We also got ourselves a controller. And the other one that we need is the crafting grid. So the crafting grid is a crafting table, an advanced processor, and a grid, which is basically 2 improved processors, another machine casing, and then these construction cores, right? So this is one of those things where it's the raw basic, it's the iron, and then you combine it with glowstone or nether quartz. Okay, these are really, really important to have as well. They're really, really useful in a lot of different things like import and export and all of that kind of stuff as you go through the systems. So without further ado, we are going to craft up a destruction core. We are going to craft up a construction core. I'm going to grab another machine frame. We'll encase that in some quartz enriched iron, just like so, and then we will place that in. We'll place in our advanced. We'll place in this I think it was this. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head. Let's look it up. Grid, boom. Oh no, it's glass. I should have known better. That's the screen, you silly. That's the screen. All right, that gives us the grid. And then the grid is that with a crafting table and then an advanced processor along with it. Boom. There we go. Crafting grid and controller are kind of your go-to items for, you know, most of your things in refined storage. For those of you that are familiar with like applied energistics and stuff like that, this is your access panel for most of your stuff. Okay. So yeah, all good things. From there, I do want to get myself a disk drive, which is a chest, another machine casing, and advanced processor. Nothing too crazy there. I think I have a spare chest right there even, which is great. But we do need to get ourselves the last, using up my last machine frame here for this. Uh-oh, that's dangerous. That guy, boom, boom, and the chest. That'll give us a disk drive. Now, we plan on utilizing the disks, hopefully minimally. I would like to utilize most of the majority of our storage in drawers where applicable, but it is one of those things that you do need to keep a mindful eye on to make sure that you are not overfilling your drive space accordingly. So I forgot a lever. I need a lever. Let me just grab a quick lever and then we can keep on going. Okay, we got that. Now I need cobble. This has been a pain. I'm not gonna lie. I have half my resources over here and half over there, and my way in and out is a little bit questionable, to say the least. So yeah, I can't wait to kind of get done that other section and formalize up my plan here a little bit more. There's a lot of like, okay, we gotta go swim for that, we gotta go swim for that, and yeah, it's a bit of a pain, but you know, in the long run, it's okay. I'm just throwing these guys in. I need some electrum, so that's good. And then where are we going to place our grid? Well, I was kind of pondering about this one, but I actually think I'm gonna place it right here in the floor if it works this way. I can't remember if it does. I hope that it does. So let's try this, like this. And then, you know what? I'm gonna go a lazy route for right now. So, like, so, no. No, okay. Can we actually rotate it? Let's see. Rotate. We can't rotate it. Can this not go facing vertically? I'm actually surprised if it can't. That sucks. That's kind of what I was envisioning. All right, I'll have to change my plan for our crafting grid then. Why can't it just go vertically? That's terrible. Okay. Well, let me think about where I want to place this now, because that was my whole plan. That was literally my plan. And now I am out of plan. Maybe I should put it out here. Right? Maybe we should put like a little crafting area out here. I don't know. I'm very conflicted now. This threw me off. Alright, so a 1K storage part. Pretty straightforward, pretty easy craft. Let's get that guy done. I'll show you where I place the grid and everything too with my complexity of where do I place this. And then the next one up is a 4K. Now a 4K is just, you know, basically 3 1Ks with some basic processors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab, I think all I need is 3 redstone. So let's do this. We'll do up 2 more of those. Let's grab all that. And then let's grab ourselves the 4K. Very nice. You know, the 1Ks are really way too small. I would say the 4Ks are even still too small for my likings. It really just kind of makes a big difference overall on a lot of things with it. So yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. I would love to get myself a wireless crafting grid, but I don't have ender pearls. I've kind of been slacking on the whole mob farm, ender pearls, all that kind of stuff. So I don't have any ender pearls to do this part of this quest, or else I would have it all finished. I also built some cables for us to at least go and set up this system quite quickly here. But for right now, I do want to get another, I have 8 more processor bindings. I think I want to get another 8 of the basic processors. Okay, so that's that, and silicon, right? So we'll grab this, we'll do more raw, just like that, and I'll get these guys start cooking right away here. So anyways, that'll be helpful when we do get back and we have other things to do. But right now, let's jump on over and show you where I put it. So I've kind of rethought my process. I was originally thinking maybe we'd have access down here and down over there. But because I combined these undergrounds, maybe I'll do the access right here in this hallway. And maybe these hallways... maybe every hallway even we can put in like a crafting grid or something, but I don't know if it'll really matter once we get the portable crafting going, so I'll just leave it for now. But this is kind of where I'm thinking, you know, let's at least place down a couple of things and let's get this started for the long run. So one of the things I want to do is I want to power this off my lava that I have here, or should I actually make a wind generator, right? I don't think I have the capability yet to do this. I could get it, don't get me wrong. We are at metallurgic infuser level, and it's really all it is. That's a lot of power. You know what? I got the lava right here. I would kind of like to see us utilize that a little bit first, and then we can go from there. So I'm going to get another magmatic dynamo or 2 and use that to power my refined storage system. All right, so another huge milestone is the 64 blue ice that I just crafted for I don't know what reason, other than, you know, yeah, other than what I'm doing, I guess. Anyways, so we got the blue ice. That quest has been completed. That is great in our big old step towards CC7 here, which is awesome. Now, like 64 wither skeleton skulls, yikes. I thought I already did that one. You know what? I did have to update the pack, so that could be an editing thing. When you update the pack, you do have to edit some things. Yeah, I forgot to do the redstone furnace in my editing, so I'll make that adjustment here between this and next episode, because we do have the glass, but 64 wither skeleton skulls, yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. I mean, maybe we can get ourselves a nice little beheading enchantment, things like that, and really go crazy with it. But yeah, it's still going to take a bit and a little bit of infrastructure as well. So yeah, that's a thing. I did print up a whole bunch of electrum and whatnot to get, you know, 8 or so machine frames here. We'll keep the rest in there for now, and I'm just going to keep these around because we will need them for the refined storage frames as we've already encountered, right? So anyways, let's just go boom and boom. We'll get these guys fired up and onto our basic universal network. I don't know why I ran a line back here. I guess I can always tap into it, right? If need be. It's coming out of just the one though, versus the many. So yeah, I'm not too sure what my plan was there. But that's fine. We will utilize it. I think I'm going to move this bucket up to here just to kind of get it out of the basement, like I talked about as well, in terms of, you know, the fluids and access to it. So I think if we go like this and then we boom like this and we can go up here, that gives us access to, you know, basically your lava up here. I think that's going to be more useful overall than it being down in the basement. Basement's more for like automation stuff, and then we want to bring it up and have access to it on the floor here. So anyway, so we got that power. We do need to get ourselves power over to our system over here, right? So for us to do that, I think probably the underside of this this controller right here is where we're going to input our power, and we'll probably run it all the way over to here, and maybe even just like this. No. There we go. Okay, and we'll just tie in here. No, maybe not. Seems a little full, doesn't it? You know what? Let me figure out where I'm gonna tie into. Maybe we tap into this line back here, right? Maybe this is our line to go with. I'm not too sure. It's a pretty easy fix if I just punch out this glass right here and we combine those lines like so. So anyways, let me figure out exactly where I want to bring this line over to that controller. I'm sure the wiring will be terrible. All right, so we've got power over to our system. That's great. And while I was down there, I decided to run the refined storage cable to our drawer controller over there. And that is just as janky as everything else. I'm not even going to show you the wiring, but as you can see, there it is right there. So we can tap into this drawer controller, which will give us access to all of these resources just for a starting point, right? And these are the ones that we're all automatically generating so far. Now, there are a few additional ones like, you know, andesite, diorite, granite, all that kind of stuff. I don't know if I'm overly concerned about generating some of those resources, but at least for now, we have these ones being automatically generated. And then I'll probably have another controller elsewhere for a different set of storage items like my ingots and all of that type of stuff. So without further ado, let's go make ourselves the external storage bus, I believe it's called, or external storage is all, no bus. That's the applied energistics term. But this guy here is an item that we definitely need. This will allow us to tap into that controller unit. So we need a cable, we need quartz enriched, we need construction and destruction core again. Like I said, I was planning ahead a little bit here. Oops, just one. Thank you. Good. I was planning a little bit ahead here to make sure that I had enough of these items to get what we need to be done. We do need 2 chests, so let's grab a little bit more of the oak. And math is not my strong suit apparently, so let's make ourselves 2 chests now, like so. And let's make ourselves the external storage. Excellent. Storing externally. The nice thing about this is this will not use up our disk drive, right? So I still haven't done anything with this 4K part, like putting it in a storage disk. But what it can do is you can get things to store externally or in your system itself. So this one here, we are going to do like this. We are going to set a priority of, let's say, plus 100. That way items will go there first. And as you can see, we have 42.8 thousand items tapped into this storage. Okay. So what does that mean in the long run? Well, it means awesomeness. We go over here to our system and we have access to all of those items. That is beautiful. That is amazing. I love it. With this 4K, I kind of want to get a 16K, but that might be a little aggressive as well. But the other thing is I'm thinking about bringing over my other storage items from up above and putting them down in this room. But the only problem is I have to finish this room, as you guys are already well aware of. We need to do that. So my thought process there is let's try to at least be prepared for it all. And at the same time, I do want to get this 4K drive in the disk itself. So quartz enriched 3 and 2. Good. And let's get this guy going as well. Let's get our storage with the 4K. Excellent. So this will at least allow us to store some extra things. And that's kind of all of this stuff, if you know what I mean. We have a lot of this loose stuff lying around, like these corals. I don't really want to, like, I don't plan on mass producing them at this point in time. So we can just store them in a disk drive and go from there. Okay, so that's at least some of my thought process there. But you put it in here, you apply the disk, it now tells you that you have 4K storage. And what that really truly means is that when I jump back up here, I know, I'm sorry, it's so annoying. Up, down, up, down, up, down. But when I go in here, as you can see, nothing's changed. But now I can add Scion concrete, okay, for example. And if you look down here, it now says that we have 1 out of 4K because that cyan concrete ended up being that one piece. If I remove it, we're back down to 0. If I didn't have, yeah, I can reach it. If I didn't have that disk, I cannot put any items into this system. Okay, so this is pretty important to have a little bit of a system at all times. For what you need, right? I typically like to set this as well at a -10 priority. So what will always happen is it's going to try to find, you know, this over here first, see if it can store the item here. If it can't, then it will store the item in your disk drives, right? So that you're not filling up your disks, if that makes sense. Whew, that's a lot, right? Hasn't that been a lot? I feel like it's been a lot. We've done a lot, to say the least. That should be a slow drain on a power as well whenever we use this system. So that is another thing to consider. But really, this system, we can't use 100% yet because we need to slowly but surely get ourselves into the auto crafting of it. Okay? We need to get ourselves into the crafter. Right, so we need to make a pattern. So let's start down this this quest line and see how far we can get. All right, so there's our pattern grid. This guy is required to kind of make things more or less happen. I'm going to make myself a couple more of these patterns as well that we will need for this overall system. And then from there, we will get into the crafter. The crafter itself, another machine casing, another construction destruction, and then a lot of advanced, right? So again, we're kind of whipping through all those things that I made at the get-go, but you know, it's all been worthwhile anyways. So we'll do this, we'll do that, and let's get ourselves a basic crafter. Crafter from refined storage. Oh, I need the machine frame. Look at this, we're already working through our machine frames, let alone our quartz enriched iron very, very quickly today. So anyways, so there we go. There's our crafter. That's good. And this whole system right here will allow us to do some auto crafting. The gold crafter allows more recipes to be stored for crafting. I don't think that's something we need. The requester is also very useful, a little bit more, I don't want to say advanced because it's not complicated to use, but it's kind of one of those things where I want to have this amount of items at all times in this one thing, right? So it's just a different level. It's a different strategy involved in it. So anyway, so I'm going to move this chute to here so that we have access to it from below. And this block here, completing the overall circle of the smeltery again. And then the crafter itself is going to go right like so. I think that's correct anyways. And it's going to be connected to the system, more or less. So what we're going to do is I'm going to punch a hole straight down back into the unknown of my cabling regimen. And we'll get this wired into the overall system. Maybe I will show you guys my terrible wiring setup. Apparently I will. Lucky you. Hopefully you saw everything you wanted to see and more. And then anyways, we'll throw down the pattern grid here and we'll throw in some patterns just like that. So what we really need here is we need the system to produce the organic blah, 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 right? The, what is it? No, not organic. Organic water makes the overworld matter. This guy right here. So we need to make this, and this goes in a smeltery. Okay. So what do we need? We need 1 ingot of clay, which 1 ingot of clay, as you can see, is 1 clay ball. So if we use our blocks of clay, that is 4 of those, right? We need 1 ingot of tin. So that means we need 4 tin or 2 raw tin per recipe. And then we need 500 millibuckets of organic water. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can get organic water, and there's a lot of different amounts that each one give. So you can go with like seeds and stuff like that that give 20 each. You can go with leaves that give 20 each. So with leaves, you need 25 leaves to complete a setup. If you go with melon slices, well, you'd only need, what is that? 10 melon slices to get the same amount. Or if you go with any of the sugarcane, bamboo, cactus, egg, you would need, well, a rougher number. It'd be what, 12.5? Doesn't really work out very well for a solution like this. Same thing with pumpkin being at 200. It's hard to get to 400 in that regard. So the best thing that I can kind of see is leaves for this process, because it allows you the functionality of hitting the exact number on something that is very easily produced. All you need is 1 hopping bonsai and you get leaves, right? So that's a pretty easy thing to do. So I'm just going to grab some oak leaves here, just for right now. I'm going to get myself 2 tin or chunks. We will have this automated, and a part of, you know what? I don't think I'm going to do the chunks. I'm going to do the actual tin ingots, right? So what do we need? We need 25 leaves, and we need 4 tin and 1 clay, 1 full clay. Okay, so let's get everything that we need here and throw it into the pattern maker so that we can get this processed. No, just 1. Thank you. Just 1. Just 1. Okay, so we're going to go over here and we're going to say we need 25. No. How do you do this? Processing. There we go. We need 25 of those. We need 4 of those and 1 of those to make. Now here's the catchy part, right? To make, how much do we make with that? I believe that gives us, what does that give us? So 1, so that gives you 20 blocks, and we're 4 times that, so that's going to give you 80 blocks. Is that correct? I think that's correct. Okay, so let's see. And we go like this, and we go, yeah, it gives you 64. And then we go like this, and yeah, it gives you another 10. That's 74, 16. Right? So this recipe right here is going to give you 80 blocks of overworld matter. And there we go. We got ourselves our pattern. Okay? We run over here to our crafter, and we apply it like so. Awesome. Now, to give this a quick little test, because we have the blocks that we need in our inventory, we're just going to throw them quickly into our system here. Boom, boom, and boom. And as you can see, we now have the capability of crafting. So what we're going to do is we're just going to craft one of these. Now, crafting one of these is going to give you 80 of them, right? So keep that in mind as well. So boom, and we will start it. Now, one of the things that I just thought of is I believe I have all of this tied into where? I don't even know where. It will not know that it has completed this recipe at this point in time because I have not connected it back into the system somewhere. Oh, I have. Okay, so it's trying to go to the drawer controller, right? But the drawer controller doesn't have any place to put it. So before we carry on, let's go grab a quick little drawer and get ourselves another system completed. All right, so we have the drawer. It's ready to go. It is locked at the moment, so we might get into that situation. Might need to go find one. And in here, nothing came. Why did nothing come? Where did my resources go? Hello? Are they not in there? Am I blind? I might be blind. It's definitely a possibility. Let's get this figured. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything going into the chute. Where'd my resources go, man? The chute should be active. But why did it not input it? Is this backwards, maybe? The crafting thing? And where are my resources? What happened to my tin? And my leaves? Where'd they go? Are they stuck in limbo somewhere? Are they stuck in this crafter, maybe? Maybe this crafter's put upside down? I don't think so, though. Isn't that right? Did I just lose my resources? Did I just lose my resources? I'm a little confused as to what's going on, because it should be in the smelter, and it's not. I mean, let me try to place this the other way and see if that fixed it. Okay, they're back there now. Okay, so maybe this just needs to go the other way. No, not that way. And that's going down there too. All right, let me fix this up. All right, so it was a bit of a struggle, to say the least. For one, I realized I needed to make a advanced seared duck that can be filtered. This one here, it's just with some cobalt, but you can filter it with a copper can of the item. Other than that, yeah, everything else was good. My recipe was super janky. Don't know what I was thinking there. But yeah, anyways, it turns out, you know, putting in the proper recipe helps. So 25 leaves, 10 ingot, and 1 clay ball gives you 20, right? So now we don't have a perfect system. There is some leftovers, but what I also did is I kind of just added a output chest for these things with an importer on the line, so that way we are bringing it back into our system. And then I set them up in a storage drawer over here. So as you can see, we have 36. That's good. I think we got actually a little bit more that time around just because there's some leftovers. But again, I'm not too concerned with with there being leftovers, right? So we still have 2 more, so let's actually craft 2 of these. But we need the leaves, right? So that's probably the next step. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some hopping bonsais of some leaves and automate up that process over here for access of this to automatically produce ourselves some beautiful, beautiful overworld organic matter stuff. So anyways, that's it. We are way over past due. I thought I'd be done a long time ago. I could break all these and replace them down as well to start fresh, but I don't think it matters leaving a little bit of liquid in these basins if need be, right? So I think also because I have 6, it's always going to be a little bit off, if you know what I mean. I don't know if it'll ever be truly perfect. So anyways, that leaves it for now. That's it. That's all. I also need to auto craft a way to get balls as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, or I'll just have to craft them myself. But yeah, so anyways, that's a good introduction. We are almost there. I'm just going to automate the leaves and we should be good to go. I might do spruce because then we don't get apples and that will make it easier overall. So yeah, anyways, that's it. That's all. Have a good one.